Satnam, beautiful people. I trust that wherever you are, life is flowing as it should for you. And of course, that's not always easy. Life works in its own wondrous way, and all we can do is learn to ride the waves, to trust that all is happening as it should in its own divine order. So today in our Embody Your Potential introductory course, we are looking at the Arcline, and the Arcline is number 6. So anybody who was born in the month of June, this is a key number for you, one of your challenge numbers. Anybody who was, say, born on the 15th, 5 and 6, 5 and 1 add up to 6. So if you have a 6 in your numbers, this is a key body for you. And for everybody, you know, it's good to look at all the bodies to understand yourself as best you can, really. They're all tools. Hey Liz, thanks for saying hello. Yeah, actually I saw another client today and she was asking me about Tantric Numerology and working out your numbers. So if you've just joined or you're watching this at a later date and you've never heard of Tantric Numerology, well, yeah, welcome. It's fascinating. Basically, using your date of birth, you can use calculations, which I will post, they're on my website, to find 5 key numbers. And these are your tree of life numbers, basically. You have your soul number, your karma number, your destiny gift, and your path. 5 numbers, and these relate to different aspects of the tree, and they come from different aspects of your life. So your mum, your dad, your siblings, your partner, and so on. They relate to different aspects. So these numbers, which we calculate between the numbers 1 and 11, then relate to the Kundalini yoga system of 10 bodies. 10 bodies which also include an 11th, which is the relationship with all, the I and I, if you like. So that was a brief recap, and again, I will post the information, which is on my website anyway, but just to make it easier for you. Nico, hello, good to have you join us. Yeah, so we are on the Arcline, and the Arcline, it's like the halo. We've all seen pictures of saints with a halo. Well, yeah, you have one too. Whether you use it or not is another matter. So the key words or the key phrase regarding the Arcline are you a warrior? Do you worry? Are you always fretting, thinking, oh, coulda, shoulda, woulda, how, you know, all these unending thoughts, attacking thoughts, really, because they take up so much headspace? Or are you like a spiritual warrior in the world, choosing to like cut through and go for your goal with absolute integrity? You know, not just someone pushing their way, but someone who knows, who's taken decisive, clear, compassionate action and chosen to go a certain way. So yeah, are you a warrior or a warrior? And the Arcline, in order to understand the Arcline, it's symbolized by a sword. And in that sense, you know, you could be pointing this sword at yourself, you know, with all these worries, thoughts like, oh, I shouldn't have said the wrong thing, or why did I do that, or why is this happening to me? All this neurosis that we can tumble into and allow to take us. Or we can be like cutting through, like, that's not my shit, that's your shit, I'm not going there, I'm not allowing these thoughts to stop me, this is where I'm going, this is my path, I know this is the right way. So personally, I know which one I would like to embody mostly. So yeah, the Arcline, the sixth body is related to the sixth chakra, which is the third eye. And the sixth chakra is symbolized by a two-petaled lotus. So in this sense, it's very much like the Arcline. And the two-petal lotus, that symbolizes, on the one hand, intuition, this understanding, this knowing, listening to the inner guidance beyond the senses, really harnessing intuition and that inner knowing. And on the other side, that other petal, commanding from that place of knowing. So really, the Arcline helps us to bring our thinking process in order. In fact, it's like this halo holds together our head. It holds together our protective and our projective minds, which I've talked about in previous videos, the second and the third body. It holds that together. So your brain is buzzing. And from that place, like the sixth chakra, you can wield your spiritual sword as a warrior in the world. So the Arcline is pretty powerful. Yeah, so a couple of other little things to say about it is it's very much about reaching out to touch the world with all the senses. So, you know, we talk about intuition, that inner knowing. It's really, we're moving into the energetic bodies now. So the fifth body was the physical, which we understand, you know, we have a body. And that was very much about, are we using all five senses and listening to our bodies and what our body is trying to tell us, and be another person's body and really feeling and communicating from that place of listening. So then 6 takes us onto a more subtle level. We're moving into energetic body here. And yeah, the key word, I suppose, is intuition, the sixth sense, if you like. So that the subtleties that move. And when you really listen, then you can start to predict or intuit the future. So really you take on this spiritual warrior persona, because you're like one step ahead. Like, you can sense what's moving in the world, in your world. You can sense what's happening, and you can choose to act accordingly. And that might be very quickly cutting a situation or saying, I'm out of here. You know, with compassion for yourself, for the other person, for the situation. I think some people can get it wrong when they think, you know, being a yogi or being a spiritual person, for want of another word, is all about being nice. And Yogi Bhajan, he had a saying that always sticks in my head regarding this. He said, you know, don't be so nice, don't be so sweet that people will want to eat you up. And don't be so sour that they won't want to taste you. And really, you know, if you're wanting to be nice to people all the time, and what a shit word, really, who wants to be nice? It's a bit like interesting, you know, not really interested, basically. Being nice is like, it actually, I feel, is like doing somebody a disservice, because you're not being real. You know, if you think your friend or somebody is chatting bullshit, and excuse my cursing if you don't like this, but it's something I'm passionate about, you know, then I encourage you to call it. One of the things that I really encourage people to do is to live their truth. And that means speaking their mind with awareness, you know, not reacting and cutting at someone, but calling people on stuff, you know, so that they can rise up out of maybe a little habit that they may be in. And this goes for yourself too. So this is really like spiritual warrior territory, you know. It's like stepping up. It's not being nice. It's not being a sheep. It's not being, you know, a yes person that simply follows. You know, it's evolution. Someone said to me today, we were having a conversation about the word revolution, about, you know, a revolution taking place. Well, a revolution goes round and round and round. I want to evolve. I want to go up. And if that means saying, nah, I don't believe that, no, next, you know, then I'll do that. Because, you know, it's not about wanting to be liked. Actually, the main thing is about liking, accepting, loving yourself with compassion for everybody else. So, you can tell I'm passionate about this. Yeah, spiritual warriors. So, yeah, when you are really in this mindset, when your halo or your Arcline is holding together your different sides of the brain, and you're in that meditative, intuitive, moving forward, projective mindset, then you're very clear. You know where you're going. And in that sense, you're not being held back by any stories, anything in your DNA, in your karmas from past family members, or even in past lifetimes. You're very aware of what's going on in each moment, whilst being unattached to the outcome. You know, it's not about, ooh, if I do this, it'll do this and that and that. It's being clear in each moment with awareness, you know, within reason. So the meditation that we are going to harness in order to balance this Arcline, which is very powerful, is called a meditation for the Arcline and to clear the karmas. So it's beautiful, actually, and really it's like washing through your halo, or that's what I like to think about when I'm doing this, is that you're really clearing, washing through this area so that you can come into being with clarity. You know, if you have had a troubled past, or, you know, there's stuff in your DNA from previous generations, if you feel stuff from past lives, this is a great meditation to do. And, you know, if you're one of those people that worries a lot, do this meditation. So, very simply, you bring your hands out in front of you as if they're like cups, and you're cupping the water and washing it over you as you go behind. Very simply, that's all you're doing. And as you're doing it, you can imagine you're washing away all that neurosis, all those thoughts that keep you trapped in, you know, in negative spirals that keep your mind filled, all the stuff that has gone on in the past, all the stuff from your ancestors, from, you know, your country, all the stuff, all the stories. We're letting go of that. We're washing ourselves clean with this meditation. The eyes are closed, and there's a mantra that plays, which is Waheguru, 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 Waheguru. And yeah, this meditation is to help you experience Waheguru, which means, yes, ecstasy. It's that ecstasy, that bliss when you transcend from that darkness, from those stories to the light. When you come back to remembering that, yeah, we are love, we are all love. It also, yeah, in that sense of being love, you remember that you are divine, that you and the Creator are not separate. It brings the I and I together, the number 11, that infinity is in you, that you are a soul being that will continue. And, you know, when we are not in trust. And that's where worries come from, really. You know, when we don't trust that life is flowing as it should, that life is happening for your soul's journey, when we're locked in those worries, that's when duality forms, and that keeps you away from the reality, from your infinite reality, and causes suffering. So through this meditation, we can cleanse ourselves, we can find peace and let go of suffering. So, eyes are closed. I'm going to play a beautiful recording of this mantra by Benjamin, a teacher we have up here in the north of the UK. He actually hosts teacher trainings, Kundalini Yoga Level 1 teacher trainings in York, a beautiful centre there, and I will post the details. I encourage you always to check out this beautiful community that we have around us and beyond. So, eyes are closed, bring your hands out like cups in front of you. On each line, wash yourself, wash your Arcline. Washing yourself. Nice straight spine. Really imagine you're washing away all those stories. With every scoop of the hands, with every line of the mantra, cleanse yourself of those worries, of those stories. Wash them away. Keep going, even if your arms might start to ache, even more reason, push through. Don't let any resistance, any little ego that says, I want to give up. Do this for you. Cleanse yourself of all those stories. Remember to keep breathing. Last few seconds, stay with it, wash yourselves, wash your worries away. So to end, inhale, stretch your arms back as far as possible, hold that breath. Exhale, relax, we'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, reach the arms back as far as you can, hold that. Exhale, relax, last time. Inhale, reach the arms back. And exhale, close your eyes, relax. So it's recommended to do that meditation for about 31 minutes. We just did it for 7, which is a great start. I encourage you to try it again if you feel touched by this, if you were challenged by this. If 6 is one of your numbers, if you feel that you are a great warrior and you want to be a really great spiritual warrior, then have a go at this again. I will post this gorgeous live recording by Benjamin in Budapest. See if you can build it up to 11 minutes, then move on to 22 minutes, aiming for 31 minutes. And you know, if you really want to transform, do 40 days of the same meditation. I've created some sadhana, some daily meditation guidelines. Again, it's on my website or on my Facebook. It's all there for you, including a 40-day printout sheet. So you can tick each day off and pin it somewhere where you'll see every day so you can keep yourself accountable. Or do it with a friend, a loved one, help each other, support each other to grow. I feel uplifted just after those 7 minutes. You know, these teachings work fast and they work, which is why I want to share them. They've helped me and I know they can help you too. I'm back next Wednesday live on Facebook. It's wonderful to have you join me as this intro journey through the 10 bodies takes us right up until I think it's 8th of November. Those who are local, there are still classes and workshops going on, and I'd love to see you around. And don't forget, we have a mega India trip going on from January. A trip to the Tantric temples in Khajuraho, the Spirit of Intimacy Festival in Goa in February, and then the ISTA Level 1 Spiritual, Sexual, Shamanic experience that I am very honored to be assisting on. And, you know, you are welcome to join us. You know, escape the winter in England and come frolic in the sun. What more could you want? Okay, thank you, beautiful people. Please leave any questions, leave any messages, any notes. It's always really good to get feedback, to hear from you. Sending you all so much love. Sat Nam.